Hello students, welcome to today's class and I am Sunita from GK Jain Schools. Students, today I am going to teach you a poem from the class 10 standard English textbook. It is from the unit 2. The name of the poem is The Grumble Family. This poem is written by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Lucy Maud Montgomery tells us that through this poem, there are people who always complain about whatever happens in life. They talk about weather, saying it is always bad. So she says that if we mingle with them, we too will become grumblers. So she advises us to keep away from them as far as possible. So students, we'll look into the detail into the poem. First we will see the introduction about the author, followed by the summary of the poem, followed by the poetic devices and the appreciation questions.
About the author Lucy Maud Montgomery, born in 1874, died in 1942, was a Canadian author best known for a series of novels beginning in 1908 with Anne of Green Gables. Montgomery went on to publish 20 novels as well as 530 short stories, 500 poems, and 30 essays. A prolific writer, Montgomery published over 100 stories between 1897 and 1907. Montgomery's work, diaries, and letters have been read and studied by scholars and readers worldwide. The Grumble Family poem lines. There's a family nobody likes to meet. They live, it is said, on Complaining Street. In the city of never are satisfied, the river of discontent beside. They growl at that and they growl at this. Whatever comes, there is something amiss. And whether their station be high or humble, they are all known by the name of Grumble. The weather is always too hot or cold. Summer and winter alike they scold. Nothing goes right with the folks you meet down on that gloomy, complaining street. They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. In fact, their growling is never done. And if everything pleased them, there isn't a doubt they would growl that they would nothing to grumble about. But the queerest thing is that not one of the same can be brought to acknowledge his family name. For never a grumbler will own that he is connected with it at all, you see. The worst thing is that if anyone stays among them too long, he will learn their ways. And before he dreams of the terrible jumble, he is adopted into the family of Grumble. And so it were wisest to keep our feet from wandering into Complaining Street, and never to growl whatever we do, lest we be mistaken for grumblers too. Let us learn to walk with a smile and a song, no matter if things do sometimes go wrong, and then be our station high or humble. We will never belong to the family of Grumble. Summary of the poem The Grumble Family. This poem by Lucy Montgomery depicts a family whom everybody despises to meet. The poet's resolution is to never meet people who grumble. Instead, she wants to live in peace. There is a family that no one ever wants to meet. They live on Complaining Street in the city called Never Are Satisfied. River Discontent runs beside the Complaining Street. They growl at anything and everything, and whatever comes there is something that goes wrong. Even if their station is high or humble, they are known by the name of grumble. Everything goes topsy turvy. The weather is always at extreme conditions of heat or cold, and they scold at each other at all seasons, be it winter or summer. Everything is topsy turvy with people who live on the gloomy, complaining street. They never stop growling at any weather conditions, be it a rainy season or a sunny time. Even if everything goes well and they feel satisfied, there isn't a doubt that they would growl about not having anything to grumble about. Annoyed being called a grumble, but the strangest thing is that not one in the grumble family can accept the family name because no grumbler will accept that he is a grumbler, nor associated with the qualities of a grumbler. The worst is that when someone stays with them for a long time, he too will learn to be a mourner. Before he can dream of the terrible unwanted items, he will be adopted into the family of grumble. Hence, it is wise to keep our feet from roaming into the complaining street and never growl at anything we do, even if we are mistaken to be a complainer. Therefore, let us think to walk with a smile on our lips and a song in our mouth even when things go against our desires. Even if our position is high or humble, we will never belong to the family of grumble. So, the poet concludes, rich or poor, one finds happiness in leading a peaceful life. No one likes to be tormented by quarrels and grumbling. So, the poet's advice is not to have the habit of grumbling. Now, let us see the poetic devices in the poem The Grumble Family. In the first stanza, let us identify the alliterations and the rhyming words and the rhyming scheme of the poem. The rhyming words are meet, street, satisfied, beside in the first stanza, and in the second stanza, this, amiss, humble, grumble are the rhyming words in these two stanzas, and the rhyming scheme is A A B B. A A B B. The other figure of speeches in these two stanzas are, in the first stanza we can see we have the personification in the line the river of discontent beside. Then in the second stanza we have the figure of speeches repetition in the lines they growl at that and they growl at this. And then we have the alliteration in the second stanza, third line, and whether their station be high or humble. The alliterated words are high, humble. In the third stanza, the rhyming words are cold, scold, meet, street. And in the fourth stanza, the rhyming words are sun, done, doubt, about. The rhyming scheme is A, A, B, B. We have the figure of speech in the third stanza, oxymoron, in the lines, the weather is always too hot or cold. Oxymoron is the opposite words in the lines of the poem, hot or cold. We can see the oxymoron in the second line, summer and winter. The words are in opposite meanings, summer, winter. So this is oxymoron. Let us identify the next figure of speech, which is in the fourth stanza. In the first line, we have the repetition They growl at the rain and they growl at the sun. They growl here is being repeated. And we have the alliteration in the fourth line. They would growl that they would nothing to grumble about. The words which are alliterated here is growl and grumble. In the fifth stanza, the rhyming words are same, name, he, see. In the sixth stanza, the rhyming words are stays, ways, jumble, grumble. And the rhyming scheme in these stanzas are A, A, B, B. We can see the alliteration in the sixth stanza. The alliteration can be found in the second line of the sixth stanza. Among them too long, he will learn their ways. Them, too, and they words are alliterated. In the seventh stanza, the rhyming words are feet, street, do, to. And in the eighth stanza, the rhyming words are song, wrong, humble, grumble. And the rhyming scheme is A, A, B, B. So we can conclude that the complete poem has the rhyming scheme as A, A, B, B. We have alliteration in the seventh stanza in the first line. The alliterated words are where, wisest. We have alliteration in the eighth stanza. In the first line, the words which are alliterated are smile, song. And we have alliteration in the third line, high, humble. These words are alliterated. So these were the poetic devices in this poem.
So hope students you have understood the poem. Meet you again in the next class with a new topic. Thank you students.